And there's all bloggers operating in Nigeria to have an office that is verifiable in any of the capital cities across the country. They must keep proper records.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Please smash on the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell. There is a story that is going viral, and this story is that of Ned Nwoko. You saw him in the Red Chamber trying to pass a bill to stop content creators from anonymously or somehow putting out content or reacting to social events without them having a kind of control over them. They want to stifle free speech. Now, Ned Nwoko, when he got alongside Regina, or when Regina got alongside him, a lot of people talked about it. People were trying to discover the age of Regina. I mean, those who are much older, they said, look, we know when this girl was born, and now that she's becoming a young lady, and now that she is a lady, what is this thing between Regina that has a long way to go and this man? Well, when they searched, they said, okay, it seems this man has money. But ladies and gentlemen, whilst Mr. Grandpa, there's nothing wrong with getting old anyway, or aging. There's nothing wrong, don't get me wrong. Now, whilst he was busy trying to pass a bill, the news that dropped on our desk is a shocker. It speaks volume of greed. Now, the talk is this. Regina Daniels' mother used to be in a relationship with Ned Nwoko. Now, the age difference between Regina Daniels' mother and Ned is good enough for marriage, at least socially acceptable. That's what I mean. I'm not saying that a man cannot marry a younger girl, but the circumstances around this marriage of Regina and Ned Nwoko is what will shock you. And that is what I am about to drop. So, Regina Daniels' mother was in a relationship with this woman, with this man. And he did not want to marry her because he wanted younger girls. He likes soft meat, developing meat. I think he has some sensitivity in his teeth. He likes soft meat. He said he doesn't like meat that are stored, meat that has, he doesn't want mature meat. He likes them, very young. So he told Regina Daniels' mother, sorry, I will not marry you. I cannot marry you. I want them younger. Every now and then, the man is always like showing some interest in Regina, even though then Regina was so young. Regina was somewhere around 10, 11 years old. Now, there is something that Regina Daniels' father said. I know Ned Nwoko. We are from the same place. And where we lived in Lagos, before he became this rich man that he now became, we used to live, we were neighbors, not far from each other. So he knows me. He knows Regina's mother and knows Regina as a little baby. In fact, we can as well say he knows when Regina was born. So, since Ned could not marry Regina's mother, she told him, upon realization that the man likes soft meat, and he has always been like, how is Regina? She's growing to be a big girl, oh, that kind of thing. When they met then, Regina Daniels' mother was struggling as an actress, trying to make ends meet, appear here, do this one and that. So Ned was the one sponsoring her, making her feel good. So she eventually introduced or reintroduced her daughter. She had told Ned, wait, let her be 16. At least let her be mature enough. Let her be 16 before she begins to hang out with you, if that is okay by you. According to the report, Ned accepted, agreed to this, and this is how their relationship started. Recall that Ned Nwoko said, I met Regina as a virgin. Of course, because Regina was being groomed by her mother to stay in line, prep her up. She didn't stop her from having a relationship, but she was very, very, very strict about having some kind of bedroom arrangement with the boy, Somadina then. So she groomed Regina, kept Regina prepared until she eventually delivered Regina to Ned. So both of them were, kind of seeing each other until Regina became of age, legal age in Nigeria. And then Mr. Ned Nwoko and Regina, both of them made it public. You also saw the shenanigans. You also saw the show of greed and poverty, penury, all of those together. And Regina's mom came out and said, anyone that does this, he will do that. I will go to juju. She's always bragging about that kind of thing. So eventually, both of them got together. But what exactly is this thing between both of them that broke the camel's back? Why did Regina Daniels end up breaking from Ned Nwoko? That is where we are heading to. So Regina Daniels, she has this adopted sister. And the talk is that Ned Nwoko, being a man who likes women, promiscuous, if you might call it that, although he says he's a polygamist, he has women everywhere, he was knacking this Regina Daniels' friend, knacking her thoroughly. Regina got to find out. Recall this video. Back then, we've done talk about where Regina Daniels was streaming and Ned came in there and said, like, what are you people doing? He was trying to find out if his goods are in the store. Yeah. So Regina found out about this, got upset, told his friend to leave. Regina was not going to say, I'm heading to marry because you are having something to do with my friend. That was not what it is. It was about the girl challenging Regina, telling Regina, I will not leave the house unless someone who is higher in authority, somebody like the owner of the house, somebody like Ned tells me to leave. You cannot tell me. And Regina is like, are you crazy? I asked you to come here. You're my friend. I can tell you to leave my house, leave my husband's house. And she's like, if I hear say my husband's house. Now, Regina was expecting Ned Nwoko to take action. Ned Nwoko is like, is this one, are you meant? Leave her alone. What has she done? Don't be chasing people away from me. Leave her alone. And Regina realized what time it is. Now, people have said that Regina messed up because she has got nothing to hold on to. She has already produced 2 children. It's not like there is something apart from the house that her mom got. And her mom, I would say, one way or the other deserves it because she has offered Akpekus and also offered Regina as a living sacrifice. A virgin sacrifice to Ned Nwoko. So the house was the payment and maybe an opportunity for the rest of Regina Daniels' siblings to travel to the UK. So the man was benching the friend of Regina. And this is where Regina said, no, enough is enough. This promiscuity, which you cannot even tell a polygamist that is promiscuous. That's who he is. This is how Regina disappeared. Now, Mr. Ned Nwoko wants social media to be shut down. Sort of like, we want you to have a rope tied to your leg. Let us listen to what he has to say.
Mr. President, this bill, therefore, is not an attack on these platforms. It's a call for equity and fairness. It's a demand for respect and recognition of Nigeria's status as a global leader in digital engagement. In furtherance of our commitment to a structured and accountable digital space, This bill also mandates all bloggers operating in Nigeria to have an office that is verifiable in any of the capital cities across the country. They must keep proper records of the employees and belong to recognized national bodies, which shall have its headquarters in Abuja. We cannot continue to have a situation where individuals operate anonymously, spreading information mostly false, without any structure or accountability. Just like traditional media houses, bloggers must be properly registered and regulated to ensure professionalism, transparency, and responsibility in their operations. Mr. President and my colleagues, I urge all to support the passage of this bill. It's a bold step towards ensuring that Nigeria's digital space is not only vibrant, but also fair and just for all stakeholders.
But bloggers are slightly different because they can do their business from their bedrooms, they can do their business from their cars, they can do their business from the plane, anywhere they are. So I think the best thing is for the bill to go for second reading, and after the second reading, while we are at a public hearing, a lot of people could be invited to make their inputs. I'm very certain that by the time it comes back to us for possible passage into law, it definitely would have been different and much more streamlined. But at least the general idea is there, and his job was just to provide the general principles. It will be clear. I don't want the world to misunderstand us as if the Senate is trying to gag the social media. No, that is not the intention here. The intention is for tax purposes and also to have a register of, in fact, it's good for them because now with the new tax innovation, if you are not making as a company up to 50 million in a year, you are exempted from taxation. And if you are an individual trader and you don't make up to 1 million, you don't have to pay tax. Or you make 1 million or under, you don't have to pay tax. So for the purpose of tax and for the purpose of clarity of what you are doing and for record purpose, I think this is a good bill. However, I was looking to see whether there is any way it will tend to gag the freedom of expression or tend to stop the business of, in quote, blogging.